So let's take a minute and talk about these Cuero Cavaliers tobacco brown. There's not a whole lot of reviews on YouTube with Cuero Boots. I did some research and decided to get me some. They are an online business similar to some of the other boot brands. They package it similar. They send you a boot bag like some of the other ones. I mean, all that's about the same. Now, everybody says this is a knockoff Tacova. I disagree with that. I own some Tacovas. In fact, there's my boot puller right there by Tacova. Let's pull one of these off and talk about it. So these guys may be using the same business model as Tacova. They produce boots in Leon, Mexico, sell online. If you want to say it's an all leather boot, leather stacked heels and all that, and say, oh, that's Tacova. Okay, man, all the boot companies are doing the same thing, and a bunch of them build Leon, Mexico. But I own Tacovas. This thing is similar to a Tacova in comfort, but it does not wear like a Tacova to me. And there's a few differences, but let's talk about the boot. It is all leather construction. You got the stack cowboy heel with a rubber cap on the heel, and then it has another little piece of rubber before you get to your leather stack. Sorry guys, filming one-handed. You got your leather sole. There's 20 lemonwood pegs in there, and then you've got your channeled stitching that goes through your leather welt. Your vamp is all leather, and then your upper shaft is all leather. It's got cording on it, and the stitch work is pretty doggone clean. And this is an all cowhide boot. Now, fit and finish, I mean, it's fantastic. I don't see any weird shape cuts. I don't see any loose threads. Again, this is the tobacco brown, which if you look online, kind of has an antique look to it. So you may see some like modeling light and dark, but otherwise there's nothing wrong with it. If you want to get nitpicky, right there in the V of the shaft, there's a little bit of overhang leather from the liner. I really don't give a damn. That does not bother me for what I paid for the boots. The shaft itself is leather lined. It's got a pad in the bottom that's leather lined with, you can tell it's got foam or rubber or something under it. Now, that's all similar to Tacova. Some brand boots, this part of your vamp, it's not leather lined. They use felt or something like that. This actually has leather. I mean, it's fully enclosed in leather. The difference to me is the heel counter. And there's two differences. First of all, this heel counter is way tighter than any of the other boots, and that's a good thing for me. I have less heel slip in this boot. It feels to be very firm, so I don't know what the material is in there. The other thing with that heel counter is it is covered by what appears to be a thicker piece of leather than some of the other competitor boots. I'm sure it's a composite material, but it does have a piece of leather over it, and that leather appears to be thicker than like my Tacovas. My Tacovas, one of them looks like it's some kind of felt or something. But either way, the other difference is the shape of this heel. When I look at some of the other brand of boots, and I'm going to say Tacova, and I love my Tacovas. The reason I'm saying Tacova is everybody says this is a knockoff Tacova. My Tacovas, the heel is more straight. This heel curves in, so it's tighter left to right, but also it kind of curls over the back of your heel. I have way less heel slip, man. My foot's just locked in. It has a little bit of slip, but it's just locked in. So that's 2 or 3 differences with that heel versus the Tacova. The section of my vamp right here, I don't know what the technical term is, but it fits my foot way better. It's snug, but it's not tight. When I go to put my foot in, it's snug, more snug to get in than my Tacovas. I just like it. Now I went with the Cavalier, which is their 7-toe French toe option. I have a wide square shaped foot. In tennis shoes I wear a 4E. In boots I can get away with a 2E. This particular boot though, like if I ordered the same size I order from other companies, I think my 2 feet I think one's a true 10 and the other's like a 9 3/4. In other brand boots, one of my boots always slips more than another. Both of these boots are spot on. I mean, they are locked in on my foot. They're comfortable on my foot. It's not too tight. It's perfect. For my foot, this is the best fitting brand boot that I've ever had. And I paid way less than some of the competitors. Time will tell how tough it is. You know, it may have a different thickness or grade of leather. You know, but as far as construction, it's built just like all the other competitors. I mean, you know, I'm sure inside the boot they may be doing a little things different, but you know, it feels great. I do also want to point out how it wears. I have regular cowboy boots with a cowboy heel, and then I have ropers. This boot to me, it's like in between a roper and a cowboy. It's got the higher stacked heel, but it wears almost like a roper. My foot isn't tilted and putting pressure on my footbed in this area of the boot like it is on some of the other brands that I wear. It almost feels like it's more flat, and I have the comfort of a roper. I really dig this boot. Now I will say something. Whatever this leather counter is, you know, all the good things I have to say about this boot. The one thing that I am noticing right now is this counter seems to be a tad bit higher than some of my other boots, and on the inside, because that heel is folded in a little bit, it's rubbing like my ankle bone just a little bit. That'll go away when it wears in, and it's not terrible, but it does rub a little bit. My Tacovas don't do that, but I do have way more slip in my Tacovas than some of my other brands. Either way, for the money, I'm not a cowboy. I'm not a working ranch hand. I'm a construction worker. I don't even swing the hammer. I'm a manager now. So these boots, I think longevity-wise, will hold up just fine for me. You know, like I said, I don't think they're intended. These boots aren't intended to be on a cowboy's foot. I think these boots are intended to be, you know, more fashion statement and just wear around town kind of boots. But again, if I take care of them, I mean, they should last me a long time. And for the price that I paid compared to some of the other boots built the same way, I'm very happy. Check these guys out. I think they're building a good boot. You know, I don't find anything wrong with them for what I paid for them and what I plan to do with them. Thank you.